going on, y'all? This Lo.
This is Kira Loki.
Today we're gonna be talking to you guys about fear and the epidemic of fear. Like, fear is just as bad as COVID-19. Matter of fact, it might be worse. The fear of failure, the fear of a future that doesn't exist, but it will exist if you keep focusing on it and making it expand. That might be, people fear sickness so much they end up getting sick.
Yeah.
You know, fear is something that is entrenched in 99% of humans' lives on a day-to-day basis. When you look at animals, I don't know if they feel fear like that. Predators, you know, like when you see lions hunting, I don't see fear in their eyes. But as soon as someone gives excuses as to why something ain't going this way, why something ain't going that way, why they can't do that, it's some sort of fear at the genesis of it. I think fear is a reason why we are unable to achieve those things we want, and more so unable to even identify that we even have things we truly want, because we surrounded by people who scared of life, scared of driving. You know what I'm saying? So much to the point where, like, it has become a religion to down the people who pursue a certain thing. You know?
Absolutely.
You got something?
And I think we as people, we bring that around others, and it's like contagious, because something you probably, like if I brought it to you, if I'm scared of something you haven't even crossed your mind at all, you'll start to think about it.
Yeah.
And you be like, you got a point there. And then you give thought. And those thoughts give meaning. And then you turn and you act on that. Next thing you know, you're scared. Because it's a learned behavior. Fear is a learned behavior. You learned it from somewhere.
Absolutely.
You know? It's not something that you were born with.
Yeah. We ain't talking about caution. We talking about fear.
Fear. Yeah. And then
Scared as hell.
Yeah, you be scared. You're scared, and sometimes you don't even know why you're scared. It's because somebody done planted a seed in your mind about something. It could be television, it could be whatever, family, friends, people you grew up around. Like for instance, the superstition with you gotta throw the rice after the wedding. If you don't, it's bad luck. Jump over the broom. If you don't, it's bad luck after the wedding. What's something else? Superstition.
If you sweep over somebody's feet, you gotta spit on the broom, or the person gonna fall off the building or some crazy shit like that. Black cat run across you, gonna die. You heard that before?
Yes.
You walk up on the ladder, you gonna die.
Yes. Look into a broke mirror, a broken mirror, 10 years of bad luck or something.
That's crazy, man. If your left hand itching, that's how you get some money. If the right hand itching, you liable to die. That shit crazy. It's ridiculous.
It's odd, and then you know that's a learned behavior, because I know I said my grandma used to say stuff, and I used to say it, and I caught myself like, has any of that happened before? Like, why are you saying that? Don't say that. Like, you fear because that is a learned behavior. That is not something that you were born with. So I think in order to reverse something, you have to first understand what it is and where it came from, the root of the problem. You know, and then you learn how not to do it. And I think you should recognize it first. You know?
So when you know how to, for example, when you know how to defend yourself, like physically, you're not scared of confrontation. Like, and then you could see when someone else is scared. Now, it's a difference because you are thinking in a different way. And that's where I think caution can blur the lines with fear. Like, you thinking, does this person have some type of skill set? What move do I need to make? But when you fear a thing, it's not based on skill or approach. It's based on ignorance. You have a lack of knowledge and understanding of how to approach this thing. Because if you won't scare that thing that you know that you want to do, you know, to make money or take care of your family or whatever you want to do, you'll do that thing. The only thing that's stopping you is fear. Fear of failure. Fear you ain't gonna have a job and a paycheck to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? It's the fear. The fear you ain't gonna pay. That's a big one, man. The fear you ain't gonna be able to pay your mortgage or your rent. And that society pushed that in you. You know what I'm saying? Keep their foot on your neck.
Yeah, it's a poison. Fear is a poison. And the psychological and physical ways it affects you is, I'll start with the physical, is you end up getting like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Your immune system is weakened. You're always sick. A person that fears, because I know somebody like that. They're always sick. They're negative. They're always in survival mode. They're always they're never happy. You know, it's like, oh, I don't feel good today, or oh, I got a runny nose, or oh, it's like, girl, did you hear about the COVID-19 and what's going on? Like, it's a lot of like negativity with people like that, and you have to be conscious and be aware of those that you come in contact with like that, because what you give thought to, that's gonna happen. People say, why would you fear when you fear something that ends up happening? It's because that energy is so big.
It's expanding, you know, and we've been taught to focus on the fear, so to be focused on the fear is a lot more easy to conjure. It's a lot more prevalent. So much so that the things we fear actually come to life quicker than the things we want, because we have developed a skill of how to be scared of shit and manifest the very thing that we don't want. But we don't have the skill and the knowledge to manifest the things that we say we want. Because we focus, because we was taught how to focus on the negative, because of what we see and what we hear.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And we use the past. We fear the past. We take the fears from the past into the future and the present. And what we need to do is just have a funeral for it. Like, we need to put it to sleep. Give it a rest. It's time to change. It's time to be better. It's time to create. And fear doesn't prevent death. It prevents life. Because you definitely fear you're going to die like that. You don't want to die like that.
Yeah.
You know?
So what's some things they could do? I know they could, something they want to do to get rid of the fear is to develop the skills and whatnot. But if you want to keep going up, developing yourself, getting better, you're going to constantly be put in positions where you're ignorant of the thing that you're trying to pursue. So I feel like you have to learn how to look at fear, how someone who knows how to physically defend themselves look at their opponent. Like, you're not looking at the opposition or the obstacle in fear, but you're looking at it with caution and how to approach the situation.
So their approach and how they should approach whatever it is that they fear.
Exactly.
Okay. So you gotta have knowledge on the very thing.
Yeah, you gotta keep going up. Develop a skill set of conquering your fear. And that next thing that you say you fear, you'll look at it without the type of fear that other people define as fear. You know?
And don't settle for, oh, that's just the way I am. No, you're not. That's the way you think you are. Yeah.
That's your reality.
And until you change that, you're not gonna ever overcome it. Never. No, you gotta change the way that you think. So gaining more knowledge, the way you approach it, and actually being into it. So in order to overcome something, you have to actually be in the act of doing it. So you gotta face your fears.
Yeah.
Face forward.
You got something else wrong, Beth?
Oh, that's it.
Just low.
This is Key and we're low key.
Like, comment,
And subscribe.
peace.